our company is the Naran Group Corporation, belong to the State Grid Corporation of China. And as you know, the State Grid is the very largest company to doing the whole power generation, from the power generation to the users, the whole service for all the power grid. So actually in China, in the south of the China, we have some solar power area, and the government is supporting us to doing that and to decrease the air or the dust pollutions like that. Yes.
So, is the private sector also coming up in a big way to get into solar sector there?
No, actually, the more of them is the government. Yeah.
Is
the
it
Chinese
because
government.
some kind of restrictions, or they are not just coming in?
No, actually, they pursued by the government police, and then there's some the private company or private area, they can they can follow the government's requirement and they can do it. But actually now is more and more business is coming, and the marketing is there. But because of the green energy so that's why all the government and the people want to do it more and more. The solar power like that. Yeah. But the Chinese market is very shortage of the energy of solar, because it's lower than India, right? So the Chinese marketing now is changing, and I think for India market, if the India market they start to using the solar power, and maybe in the 5 or 10 years they will more than Chinese like that because of the
In
rich.
India, for instance, we encourage local level entrepreneurship, local entrepreneurs. Even the government encourages them to get into solar power. Is it the same scenario out there, or there are only large companies who are into this?
Some different companies were doing that, and some of them is a large company, and some of them is private company. Because in China now they have almost 1,000 companies who can doing the manufacturing for the solar panels, but not too much company can doing the EPCs. So for the EPCs, and it's not too much. All the the very traditional the EPCs like the BHEL or something, some other other companies like China now we have a DEC, have Shanghai SEC, Harbin, and they all can do in the solar power. Yes.
So if we divide the solar sector into two parts, one is the independent power producers who actually produce power, generate power. The other is who make parts or equipments for the solar sector, like panels and other things, inverters maybe. And that market, when it comes to that market, the Indian solar market is flooded with Chinese product, Chinese stuff.
Yes.
So do you see it growing further in future, or?
Absolutely yes. It's growing faster. Yes. And I think for India marketing for the solar power, I think I'm very looking for it to increase very quickly, because some areas met some problems for the power shortage until now, and this might be the very economic way and the quick way to doing the solar power. Yes.
The solar energy is still an emerging sector that way.
Yeah.
In many parts of the world.
Yeah.
So what I was saying, do you have enough academic institutions there to teach and train your manpower required for the days to come, years to come?
Yes, in China now all the organization by government, and the government they have the academy, or some university, and even now they have solar power, the masters or something like that. So because the solar power already becoming the very modern and green energy for the world. So the Chinese, absolutely, they have some the research institute really focusing on the solar power like that.
How do you like the idea that we have come up with a solar academy here, quite close to Kolkata, to groom solar manpower for the next generation?
Yes, no problem. I think we can, when we go back to China, and we can talk to our companies and let them to know the real requirement for the India, and we can do more the cooperation for the younger generation and for the studies for the different kind of, not only for the solar, actually for all the green energies, communications like that.
So you mean to say there is a lot of scope for synergies or maybe collaboration in terms of technology and.
Yes, in China have very much, yes.
Do you encourage institute to institute collaboration, or it has to be through state, I mean the government?
Yes, actually, in China now they only have one government, and maybe some area from area to area, or inside the area. Actually, they all have some the transmission or something negotiation, because they have to get into the land for the power grid of China. So normally depends on the different situation, and the requirement is different, and there may be some transmission like that. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Jonathan, once again.
Thank you.
Hope
Thank
to
you.
see you more in Calcutta.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.